All right, welcome to the next episode of Leveraging Your Voice. I'm your host, Paul Rakowitz with PR Vocal Coaching. And today, for the first time ever on Leveraging Your Voice, we have two guests. And this is a first. So you guys are going to be famous in
Pioneers.
Leveraging Your Voice lore. All right?
Nice.
So that's going to be exciting. Everyone will have to match you if they come on as two people.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Excellent. All right. So, Chris and Carrie, why don't you start just by introducing yourself and your business? Let's get started there.
Sure. My name is Chris Mersino, broker owner of MBA Real Estate. And my wife, Carrie, here is also involved in the business heavily and handles all the marketing, bookkeeping, back office support. And I handle the real estate end of things. So
awesome. And Carrie, I know you're fond of pointing out that you are not a realtor.
That's correct. So anytime I'm out and meet people and I introduce myself, Carrie Mersino, my husband and I own MBA Real Estate. That's the first thing, they hear real estate and assume I'm a realtor. So it's now kind of just become like a funny little tagline, I guess, that right. I do. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Now you're in Clarkston area, right? But where does your work sort of reach out to?
So yeah, we're headquartered in Clarkston. We're right at Sashbaugh and Mabee Road, but our realm is the state of Michigan. All of our associates are licensed in the entire state. The highest percentage of our closings do take place in North Oakland, but we have quite a established presence in South Lapeer, Genesee. We've closed deals in the UP. But our main focus is North Oakland to the South Genesee Lapeer lines.
Very cool. Now I understand you also have, it's not just you as a broker there, you have a number of folks working with you. How many people in round numbers are working with you in this venture?
We are right at or around 20 associates, 20 agents under our umbrella.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Now what's the value of a broker working with you as opposed to maybe a more corporate type real estate agency?
So we are a local brand. We're not a franchise. We're not a chain. We're not a corporate structure being run out of New Jersey. We're run on Sashbaugh Road. If there's a question, if there's an issue, the buck is right here down the hall. And I think we offer to our agents that in turn gets passed on to their clientele is the flexibility of being a local brand and operating the way we see things to be the right way.
That's cool. And Carrie, I think you do a lot of work supporting the brokers. Talk a little bit about your role with the brokers.
So my primary function is marketing director and agent support. I make sure that they are equipped, knowledgeable, kind of push people outside of their comfort zone. However it works to just get themselves out there. A big part of their job is being involved in the community, but obviously making connections so that, they have clients to work with. So I support them in any aspect of that. And then alongside that, I'm actively involved in the community myself so that, our brand is out there. And helping them, again, just be out and be comfortable and making those connections.
Cool. Now, you guys do a lot of community type work, and you had mentioned that you're going to do some things this year. You said you did a lot of things last year, but you have a couple of events coming up this year that I don't think you're running, but you're a part of. Why don't you just talk about those things that are coming up?
So that would be, I think we have two golf outings right now we're slated to be in. One's in late July, the other early August. So we'll be in the Clarkston Chamber of Commerce outing. We're co-sponsoring a foursome with another local business who approached us and asked us to partner with them. And we also will sponsor a hole and promote the events and whatnot at various holes. And then in August, I believe it's August 7th, is the NOC4, North Oakland County Board of Realtors golf outing. And that's always for a good charity. And this year's cause is Clara's Hope, which is a charity for helping parents who are having problems or running into issues fostering children.
Mm. Yeah, that's cool. That's
Mhm.
cool. Now, when you sponsor a hole, have you ever had any sort of controversy where, say, you're sponsoring a hole, like a hole-in-one hole, and somebody says they got a hole-in-one, but nobody saw it, and they want the car, and they don't, and all that sort of thing?
No, we don't do the hole-in-one holes. We stay
You've
away
heard
from
of this
those.
sort of thing happening, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Our errors and omissions insurance provider probably wouldn't appreciate us doing that.
No, no,
So
that's
You're aware
good.
of that.
And
yeah.
Carrie, you were chuckling like, I've seen that.
I've never heard of that, but that's actually funny. But no, we get very involved in it, but not to that level.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And Carrie, we met through a local event. It's like, I think, a twice a month sort of effort, a business building event. Talk a little bit about that too. What's your engagement there?
So I'm newer to C3. I think I started in maybe February. And so far it's great. It is local business owners getting together twice a month and kind of just you learn a little bit and then you kind of maybe shoot out a problem that you're, trying to work through or suggestions. And it's just that, like-mindedness, everybody kind of pitching in ideas, and that again, community building. It's held at a co-working space right in downtown Clarkston, and it's local business owners just getting together to help each other.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Now, let's say that I'm in the local area and I'm interested in selling my house or buying a house, and I watch this video and say, hey, I like these two. I want to go see their place to see if they might be able to help me. Where are they going to show up? And then what's going to happen to them when they show up?
Well, if somebody reached out to us and needed help marketing, we would always meet at our office or their home. So we're very easy to find online. We have a good presence online. And again, happy to go there or have them out to our office on Sashmo Road.
Awesome. Do you have a program that you sort of walk them through to introduce them to the home buying process or the home selling process so that the buyer gets really comfortable with all the things you know?
Sure. Yeah, we have a listing presentation put together that would include a market analysis for them, pricing recommendation, what to expect, and a marketing plan.
Cool.
Then just especially if they're getting ready to list, it's an on-site consultation. There's not a charge for any of that. That's just, again, getting to know, make that connection, seeing if it's the right fit, giving the recommendation, but being able to go through and give those tips and suggestions of what you'd want to do, that is going to improve your situation before you get to market. Sometimes there's a yes, you want to make that update in your house, and sometimes there's not a return on investment. And so really having Chris or one of our agents out to do that really benefits before you get to that listing part.
Cool. So your goal, I assume, is to make these people coming to you comfortable in this whole process, because most people aren't comfortable in the process.
They're not, and they don't, and I'm not meaning this in a negative way, most don't understand or know the process.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell them that we do our own title work in-house, which most firms do not,
Mm-hmm.
we can help you get a loan. Most firms do not. So we have affiliated businesses within our shop to help them get the whole gamut. And that puts a lot of minds at ease, I think, when we express that to them.
Yeah, that's cool. Is it now when you are working with folks who help with the mortgage loans, do you have like a number of different resources that they can look
Yes.
into?
Absolutely. Yep. We always price shop their loans, and we'll go with what suits whatever program suits what their current need is, whether it's an investment property, sometimes it's a personal property, et cetera. So many options. Yep.
Yeah. Now you guys are in residential, commercial, vacant. What sort of transactions are you engaged with?
So the majority of our associates are strictly residential. That's their bailiwick. That's what they do. A couple of them have dabbled in commercial with my close eye on them. I do practice in commercial. Year to date so far this year, I've sold office buildings, banquet center, industrial properties, vacant commercial parcels. I have experience in the past in assisting with industrial parcel development. So that's a much more involved aspect of real estate on the commercial industrial side. But of all of our associates under our purview, their specialty is the residential realm.
Awesome. Awesome. That's where most of your business from a number of transactions standpoint comes from, is
Correct.
the residential.
Number of transactions will be residential. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Carrie, what else do you want to tell us today as we're sitting here chatting about your wonderful business?
I think that we've talked a lot about the client-facing side of it. I would just touch on how we stand out as real estate agents coming to work for us as opposed to going to a franchise, and being independently owned, being local, being ingrained in our communities. We really do offer an advantage of that one-on-one support, training, education, and flexibility to help them grow and build the business the way that it works best for them.
Awesome. Now, I got a question. You mentioned you do your own title work. Are you a title company?
We own a title company within our office. Yes.
Okay, good. Closings, what are the different types of options for closing? I would think there might be remote where you just wander out to them. You might have closings where everybody gathers around a table. I remember back in the day when I did some different things, I ended up at a table with all kinds of people there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was smooth, sometimes it wasn't so smooth. But what's the different options for closing when working with you guys?
Yeah, so the vast majority of our closings are traditional style, everybody sitting at a table. But so far this year, we've had multiple what they call remote closings. I had a closing where we sold a residence here in Clarkston. The buyer was up north, the seller was in Florida, and we sent closers to both of their places to close simultaneously. So
did you bring them
we do
all
what it
together in
takes.
a Zoom call or something, or was it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We just had both closers on speed dial, letting us know when they were done.
Awesome. Do you do any closings virtually, like on a Zoom call, or not necessarily?
There was some leniency afforded to us during the COVID days, where actually electronic signings were allowed, but those are no longer a thing in Michigan. There's only a couple states that allow those. We're not one of them. But we do most of our closings right in our office. We have 2 closing rooms and multiple closers in our title division, and always ready to go.
Do you want to know something? Back in the early 2000s, I actually created a system that did electronic closings, and that system closed the first note through the MERS e-registry.
MERS, I remember MERS.
Yeah, but you're not doing electronic closings still today.
Nope, not for property transfer. Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, so much for flying cars and electronic.
Yeah, right. Right.
Which brings us back to service, which is what you guys are specializing in, distinguishing yourself from national brands with your local expertise.
Yeah, and I think the proof is out there where our clients just voted us best of the best real estate firms in Oakland County.
Yep.
In the Oakland Press. Yep.
That's awesome. Now, where I'm watching this and say, hey, I want to go to your website, where am I going?
MBA-RES.com. You can find all of our contact information, of course. You can find, we have a page dedicated to our staff, so you can go through and check out the agent, and you can search local listings, build your own search. You have access to the MLS through there as well, and a number of other resources that are just helpful tips and things like that for home buyers, home sellers, and even just homeowners.
Okay, MBA-RES.com.
Correct.
Now, I repeated that because Carrie's mic is struggling a little bit for her voice, But I think
Sorry.
people are going to be able to hear you. It's not your fault, but I just wanted to repeat that. And
Thank
if
you.
anyone's listening saying, hey, why isn't she louder? It isn't her fault. I want you to know that. She's doing everything she's supposed to do, and it's just a little softer. So that's
Got
not on her. All right. So what do you guys want to share as a final thought or two about your business, about what people might want to think about when they're either getting ready to get into a transaction for buying a house or selling a house, or maybe have some vacant property, whatever it might be? What should people be left with from this conversation? What should they be thinking about when they think about you?
Well, I think for clientele and other associates in the profession alike is think local and stay local, and that's what we are. We offer every service that the franchises do, but I think a more personal touch, more flexibility in ways that we can serve the client that some other people cannot do without going through a bunch of hurdles and having a lot of things to juggle. Like I said, the buck stops right here with us, and we're easy to access and open door, open phone. So
Awesome. Carrie, any final thoughts from you? I think yours are going to be focused on the brokers.
Yes, I think just again, where I truly believe we stand out is just our grassroots marketing. We are involved in our communities. We volunteer, we serve, we are, the parents, the friends that you're alongside in schools and events and like that. Our agents know the area, and I think when you're looking for a home, that's what you want, is you want to know somebody that knows the school, knows the businesses, knows the locations. And I think that across the board, that's a standout for our clients, but for our agents alike, to come into a company that is the focus of that, giving back, community support, and just really trying to be out there and help make these communities a better place.
Awesome. Well, thank you both, Chris and Carrie, for joining Leveraging Your Voice. I hope you had I'm going to say it like this. I hope you feel like you had a chance to leverage your voice. Is that true?
believe so.
Absolutely.
Mic or no mic, we got it out there.
That's right. I love it. All right. Well, listen, if you're watching this, do reach out to MBA. What's the whole business name? I know it's MBA-RES.com. What's the business name?
MBA Real Estate.
Perfect. So reach out. If you're thinking of reaching out to MBA Real Estate, go to MBA-RES.com. You're going to meet one of these two or some other wonderful person that's working in your office. And I think you're going to be very fortunate for running into these guys and working with them. So, and I just met you, but I feel good about it.
Well, thank you.
So that's a good thing. All right. And thank you for joining our podcast episode today. Again, I'm Paul Rackwitz from PR Vocal Coaching, and my website is prvocalcoaching.com. And if you want to visit my website and check out some of the things I'm doing, what I do is I help professionals speak with confidence. So if you're a professional who's struggling in any way, shape, or form being comfortable in front of a mic, reach out to me and I'd be happy to help. All right, guys, anything final that you want to say other than just bye for now?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right. And everyone, thanks for joining us today. Thanks to our special guests. And we will see you all next time. Great job. People who join as 2 instead of 1, they'll have to meet your mark, which is pretty good. So I'm really proud of you guys. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will see you next time. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Thank you.